Exercise 4.2, question 1. Find the roots of the following quadratic equation by factorization. Part 1. x square minus 3x minus 10 is equal to 0. अब हम इसे मिडल टर्म स्प्लिटिंग से सॉल्व करेंगे. उसमें क्या करना होता है, हमारा जो x का कोफिशिएंट होता है दैट इज़ 3, उसे वो मिडल टर्म होती है उसे स्प्लिट करना होता है, उसे पार्ट्स में डिवाइड करना होता है. लेकिन उसका एक रूल है कि हमें क्या करना है, एक्स स्क्वायर का कोफिशिएंट और कांस्टेंट वैल्यू को मल्टीप्लाई करने के बाद जो वैल्यू आती है, हमारे जो दो नंबर्स होंगे जिसमें हम इसे स्प्लिट करेंगे वो इसके इक्वल होने चाहिए. इसके अलावा प्लस करने के बाद जो एक्स का कोफिशिएंट है उन दो वैल्यूज़ का सम एक्स के कोफिशिएंट के इक्वल आना चाहिए. सो after multiplication it should be 1 multiplied by 10 that is equal to 1 multiplied by minus 10 that is equal to minus 10, and after addition it should be minus 3. तो हमें ऐसे कौन से दो नंबर लेने हैं, -5 and +2. So the equation can be rewritten as x square minus 5x plus 2x minus 10 is equal to 0. अब इन दोनों में से और इन दोनों में से क्या कॉमन आ रहा है, फर्स्ट टर्म में से हमें एक्स स्क्वायर माइनस 5x में से x कॉमन आ रहा है, तो अंदर क्या बचेगा, x माइनस 5. सिमिलरली 2x माइनस 10 से 2 कॉमन है, अंदर बचेगा x माइनस 5 दैट इज इक्वल टू 0. अब इसमें और इस टर्म में क्या कॉमन है, x माइनस 5. सो व्हाट इज लेफ्ट इज x प्लस 2 दैट इज इक्वल टू 0. So x minus 5 into x plus 2 is equal to 0. That means either x minus 5 is equal to 0 or x plus 2 is equal to 0. अब इन दोनों नंबर्स में से कोई एक 0 रहा होगा तभी उनका प्रोडक्ट 0 आ रहा है, इसलिए हम ऐसा अज्यूम करते हैं. सो x is equal to 5 और x is equal to minus 2. So these are the two values of x. x is 5 and minus 2. Part 2. 2x square plus x minus 6 is equal to 0. So what should come after multiplication? What is coefficient of x square? It is 2. And what is constant value? Minus 6. So 2 multiplied by minus 6 that is equal to minus 12. And what should come after addition? It is coefficient of x that is plus 1. So the two numbers will be 4 and minus 3. That implies 2x square plus 4x minus 3x minus 6 is equal to 0. So 2x square and plus 4x have 2 common, 2x common. So 2x common, what remains inside is x plus 2. Similarly, minus 3x and minus 6 have minus 3s common. So what remains inside is x plus 2. So that implies x plus 2 into 2x minus 3 is equal to 0. So either x plus 2 is equal to 0 or 2x minus 3 is equal to 0. That implies x is equal to minus 2. Similarly, 2x is equal to 3 and x is equal to 3 upon 2. x की दो वैल्यूज हमारे पास आ गई हैं, वो क्या है, -2 and 3/2. Part 3. Root 2x square plus 7x plus 5 root 2 is equal to 0. So what should come after multiplication? Root 2 multiplied by 5 root 2, that is coefficient of x square and constant term, that is equal to root 2 into, that is equal to 5 multiplied by 2, that is equal to 10. And what should come after addition? What is the coefficient of x? It is 7. So after addition number should become 7. So which are the two numbers which form such a pair? Two numbers will be 5 and 2. So let us split middle term. Root 2x square plus 5x plus 2x plus 5 under root 2 is equal to 0. So what is common between root 2x square plus 5x? It is x. So what remains inside is root 2x plus 5. And what is common between 2x plus 5 root 2? If you know, root 2 multiplied by root 2 is 2. So can you see that in 2x plus 5 root 2 we have root 2 as common. So what remains inside is root 2x plus 5. So that is equal to 0. Now x into root 2x plus 5 plus root 2 into root 2x plus 5 have root 2x plus 5 as common. So what remains is x plus root 2. That is equal to 0. So if the product of these two numbers is 0, that means either root 2x plus 5 is equal to 0 or x plus root 2 is equal to 0. So root 2x is equal to minus 5, x is equal to minus 5 upon root 2. One value of x is minus 5 upon root 2. Second, x is equal to minus root 2. तो x की दो वैल्यूज क्या हैं? माइनस 5 अपॉन रूट 2 एंड माइनस रूट 2. Part 4. 2x square minus x plus 1 by 8 is equal to 0. Let us take LCM. So LCM is 8. So numbers will be 16x square minus 8x plus 1 is equal to 0. That implies 16x square minus 8x plus 1 is equal to 0. So for middle term splitting, what should come after multiplication? It is 16 multiplied by 1. So that is 16. And what should come after addition? Coefficient of x, that is minus 8. So two numbers will be minus 4 and minus 4. So the equation will become 16x square minus 4x plus 1 is equal to 0. So what is common in 16x square minus 4x? It is 4x. So what remains inside is 4x minus 1. And what is common in 4x plus 1? It is minus 1. So what remains inside is 4x minus 1. That is equal to 0. अब इस टर्म और इस टर्म में से क्या कॉमन है? 4x minus 1. So what remains inside is 4x minus 1. That is equal to 0. So either 4x minus 1 is equal to 0 or another 4x minus 1 is equal to 0. So from there we get 4x is equal to 1, x is equal to 1 by 4. Similarly, on right hand side, 4x is equal to 1, x is equal to 1 by 4. So these are the two values of x, that is 1 by 4 and 1 by 4. इसका मतलब ये है कि इस quadratic equation के roots equal हैं. Part 5. 100x square minus 20x plus 1 is equal to 0. So what should come after multiplication? It is 100 multiplied by 1, that is equal to 100. And what should come after addition? It is coefficient of x, that is minus 20. So two numbers will be minus 10 and minus 10. So the equation can be written as 100x square minus 10x plus 1 is equal to 0. So 100x square and minus 10x have 10x as common. So what remains inside is 10x minus 1. So what is common in minus 10x plus 1? It is minus 1. So what remains inside is 10x minus 1, that is equal to 0. So what is common now? It is 10x minus 1. What is common between these two terms? It is 10x minus 1. So what remains inside is 10x minus 1, that is equal to 0. So 10x minus 1 into 10x minus 1 is equal to 0. So that is possible if either 10x minus 1 is equal to 0 or another 10x minus 1 is equal to 0. So from left hand side we get 10x is equal to 1, x is equal to 1 by 10. Similarly on right hand side 10x is equal to 1, x is equal to 1 by 10. तो अब हमारे पास x की वैल्यू आ गई है, that is 1 by 10 and 1 by 10. इस केस में भी x की वैल्यू सेम है. Question 2. Solve the problems given in example 1. So part 1. John and Jivanti together have 45 marbles. Both of them lost 5 marbles each, and the product of the number of marbles they now have is 124. We would like to find out how many marbles they had they had to start with. So let's solve it. Let number of marbles with John be X. Similarly, therefore, number of marbles with Jivanti will be, total is 45. अगर X जॉन के पास है तो जिवांती के पास कितने बचेंगे? 45 minus X. Now according to the condition both lost 5. Originally X है जॉन के पास, अगर उससे 5 गुम गए तो उसके पास कितने बचेंगे? X minus 5. Similarly, अगर जीवांती के पास 45 माइनस एक्स मार्बल्स हैं और अगर उससे 5 गुम हो जाते हैं तो उसके पास कितने बचेंगे? 45 माइनस एक्स माइनस 5, दैट इज इक्वल टू 40 माइनस एक्स मार्बल्स. नाउ व्हाट द क्वेश्चन सेज इज द प्रोडक्ट ऑफ नंबर ऑफ मार्बल्स दे नाउ हैव इज 124. अब जो मार्बल्स इनके पास बचे हैं उनका प्रोडक्ट 124 है. सो अकॉर्डिंग टू द क्वेश्चन, x minus 5 into 40 minus x is equal to 124. So that implies 40x minus x square minus 200 plus 5x is equal to 124. That implies 124 minus 40x plus x square plus 200 minus 5x is equal to 0. So that implies x square minus 45x plus 324 is equal to 0. So this is the required quadratic equation. Now let's solve it. Middle term splitting से इसे solve कर रहे हैं. So it becomes x square minus 36x minus 9x plus 324. अब इसमें से क्या कॉमन है? x. तो अंदर क्या बचा? x minus 36. Similarly, 9x plus 324 में कॉमन है 9. So what remains inside is x minus 36, that is equal to 0. अब इस टर्म में और इस टर्म में क्या कॉमन है? x minus 36. So what remains inside is x minus 9, that is equal to 0. So if product of x minus 36 and x minus 9 is equal to 0, that is possible if either x minus 36 is equal to 0 or x minus 9 is equal to 0. If x minus 36 is 0, then x is equal to 36. x minus 9 is equal to 0, then x is equal to 9. तो हमारे पास x की वैल्यू आ गई है. x की वैल्यू क्या थी? नंबर ऑफ मार्बल्स विद जॉन. तो जॉन के पास कितने मार्बल्स हुए? x. That is, so there are two possibilities. If John has 36 marbles, तो जीवांती के पास कितने मार्बल्स होंगे? 45 minus x, that is 45 minus 36, that is equal to 9. And if second case, if John has 9 marbles, then Jivanti will have 45 minus 9 marbles, that is 36 marbles. Part 2. A cottage industry produces a certain number of toys in a day. The cost of production of each toy, that is in rupees, was found to be 55 minus the number of toys produced in a day. On a particular day, the total cost of production was rupees 750. We would like to find out the number of toys produced on that day. Let's solve it. तो अगर हमें ये पता है कि एक दिन में कितने टॉयज बनते हैं तो हम कॉस्ट निकाल सकते हैं, क्योंकि कंडीशन कॉस्ट के टॉयज प्रोडक्शन के अकॉर्डिंग दे रखी है. सो लेट नंबर ऑफ टॉयज प्रोड्यूस्ड बी x in a day. Each cost of each toy was found to be 55 minus number of toys produced. So cost of production according to this condition will be rupees 55 minus x. So this is cost of one toy. And what we have assumed कि total toys कितने produce किए हैं? x. So total cost will be x multiplied by 55 minus x. And what is the total cost of production which is given to us? It is rupees 750. So it is given that total production of toys is rupees 750. So therefore, 55 minus x into x is equal to 750. That implies x square minus 55x That implies 55x minus x square is equal to 750. That implies x square minus 55x plus 750 is equal to 0. That implies x square minus 25x minus 30x plus 750 is equal to 0. So हमने क्या किया, मिडिल टर्म को स्प्लिट किया. अब इस टर्म में से क्या कॉमन है, x. So what remains inside is x minus 25. Minus 30x plus 750 में से कौन कॉमन है, minus 30. So what remains inside is x minus 25. So अब इस टर्म में से और इस टर्म में से क्या कॉमन है, x minus 25. So what remains inside is x minus 30. That is equal to 0. X minus 25 and x minus 30 is equal to 0. That is possible if either x minus 25 is equal to 0 or x minus 30 is equal to 0. So that implies x is equal to 25 or x is equal to 30. तो हमारे पास x की दो वैल्यूज आई हैं 25 एंड 30 और हमने क्या अज्यूम किया था कि x क्या है, नंबर ऑफ टॉयज प्रोड्यूस्ड ऑन दैट डे. सो नंबर ऑफ टॉयज प्रोड्यूस्ड ऑन दैट डे वर ईदर 25 और 30. क्वेश्चन 3. फाइंड टू नंबर्स whose sum is 27 and product is 182. So let's solve it. Let first number be x. So what will be the second number? अगर उनका सम 27 है और एक नंबर अगर x है तो दूसरा नंबर क्या होगा, 27 minus x. And according to the question, their product, that is multiplication. So their product is 182. So that implies x into 27 minus x is equal to 182. So according to question, x into 27 minus x is equal to 182. That implies 27x minus x square is equal to 182. That implies x square minus 27x minus 182 is equal to 0. That implies x square minus 27x plus 182 is equal to 0. That implies x square minus 13x minus 14x plus 182 is equal to 0. That implies x into x minus 13 minus 14 into x minus 13 is equal to 0. So what is common between this and this term? That is x minus 13. So what remains inside is x minus 14. That is equal to 0. That is possible if either x minus 13 is equal to 0 or x minus 14 is equal to 0. If x minus 13 is equal to 0, in that case x is equal to 13 and or x minus 14 is equal to 0, then x is equal to 14. So we have two values of x, 13 and 14. So first case, if first number is 13, so in that case second number will be 27 minus 13, that is equal to 14. Second case, if first number is 14, then second number is 27 minus 14, that is equal to 13. Question 4. Find two consecutive positive integers, sum of whose squares is 365. Let's solve it. अगर आपको याद है consecutive integers क्या होते हैं, जो लगातार आए. That means 4 and 5. 4 के बाद क्या आ रहा है, 5. That means 1 ऐड करने के बाद next number आ जाता है. So let us assume, let two consecutive numbers or integers in this case be x and x plus 1. Now what condition says? Sum of whose squares. So what is square of x? It is x square. What is square of x plus 1? X plus 1 whole square. इनका sum किसके equal है? 365. So let us solve. X square plus, let's use identity for x plus 1 whole square, that is a plus b whole square, a square plus b square plus 2ab. So let's apply this formula to x plus 1 square. It becomes x square plus 1 plus 2x is equal to 365. That implies 2x square plus 2x minus 364 is equal to 0. That implies, so 2 is common from all this. What remains inside is x square plus x minus 182 is equal to 0. So that implies x square plus x minus 182 is equal to 0. That implies x square plus 14x minus 13x minus 182 is equal to 0. So what is common between x square plus 14 and 13x minus 182? It is x. What remains inside is, so that implies x into x plus 14 minus 13 into x plus 14 is equal to 0. इस टर्म में और इस टर्म में क्या कॉमन है? x plus 14. So what remains inside is x minus 13, that is equal to 0. So that implies either x plus 14 is equal to 0 or x minus 13 is equal to 0. If x plus 14 is equal to 0, then x is equal to minus 14, or x minus 13 is equal to 0, that means x is equal to 13. Since the numbers are positive integers, so x cannot be minus 14. So x can only be 13. Therefore, if x is 13, what is next number? That is x plus 1, that is equal to 13 plus 1. So that means next number is 14. So two numbers are 13 and 14. Question 5. The altitude of a right triangle is 7 cm less than its base. If the hypotenuse is 13 cm, find the other two sides. So let us take ABC, a right angle triangle, right angled at B. Suppose the base is x and BC is base in our case. So altitude, that means height, that means perpendicular, that is 7 cm less than its base. That means value of AB is x minus 7. और हाइपोटेन्यूज क्या होता है हमेशा? राइट एंगल के सामने वाली साइड, दैट इज AC. AC in this case is 13 cm. Let the base be x centimeter. So altitude will be x minus 7. Hypotenuse is 13 cm, that is given. So let us use Pythagoras theorem to solve this. Using Pythagoras theorem, what is Pythagoras theorem? H square is equal to P square plus B square. That is hypotenuse square is equal to sum of square of base and altitude. So that is 13 square is equal to x square plus x minus 7 whole square. So that is 169 is equal to x square. So let us use identity for x minus 7 square. So it becomes x square plus 49 minus 14x. So that implies 169 is equal to 2x square plus 49 minus 14x. That implies 2x square minus 14x plus 49 minus 169 is equal to 0. That implies 2x square minus 14x minus 120 is equal to 0. So let us solve this. अब हमारी क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन आ चुकी है. अब हमारी चॉइस है, अब हम उसे मिडिल टर्म स्प्लिटिंग से सॉल्व करें या क्वाड्रेटिक फॉर्मूला से. हम इसे मिडिल टर्म स्प्लिटिंग से सॉल्व करेंगे. सो इट इम्प्लाइज 2 इज कॉमन इन दिस. So what remains is x square minus 7x minus 60 is equal to 0. That implies x square minus 7x minus 60 is equal to 0. So middle term splitting, x square minus 12x plus 5x minus 60 is equal to 0. So what is common in this term and this term? We have x common in first term, that what remains inside is x minus 12. Next 5 is common, what remains inside is x minus 12, that is equal to 0. इस term में और इस term में क्या common है? x minus 12. So what remains inside is x plus 5, that is equal to 0. This is possible if either x minus 12 is equal to 0 or x plus 5 is equal to 0. So either x is equal to 12 or x is equal to minus 5. As we know, dimensions cannot be negative. Since sides are positive, x can only be 12. We will neglect minus 5. Therefore, the value of base is 12 centimeter. So what will be altitude? It is x minus 7, that is 12 minus 7. That is equal to 5 centimeter. Question 6. A cottage industry produces a certain number of pottery articles in a day. It was observed on a particular day that the cost of production of each article in rupees was 3 more than twice the number of articles produced on that day. If the total cost of production on that day was rupees 90, find the number of articles produced and the cost of each article. So what is condition? 3 more than twice the number of articles produced. That means अगर हमें articles कितने produce हुए ये पता है तो हम cost find out कर सकते हैं. So let's solve it. Let number of articles produced on that day is equal to x articles. So according to question, cost of one article will be 3 more. 3 more means add 3. In what? Twice the number of articles produced. Articles produced is x. So their twice will be 2x. So equation will be 2x plus 3 for cost of one article. So now total cost is given, that is 90. So how will we calculate total cost? We will multiply cost of one article with total number of articles. So it will become x into 2x plus 3, that is equal to 90. So that implies 2x square plus 3x is equal to 90. So that implies 2x square plus 3x minus 90 is equal to 0. That implies 2x square plus 15x minus 12x minus 90 is equal to 0. This is done by middle term splitting. So let us take common from this and this term. X is common, what remains inside is 2x plus 15. Similarly, minus 6 is common, what remains inside is 2x plus 15 is equal to 0. So, what is common between this and this term? It is 2x plus 15. So, what remains inside is x minus 6, that is equal to 0. This is possible if either 2x plus 15 is equal to 0 or x minus 6 is equal to 0. So, that implies 2x is equal to minus 15, x is equal to minus 15 upon 2. Similarly, x is equal to 6 on right hand side. So what was x? It was number of articles produced. So number of articles produced cannot be negative. Therefore, x is 6. And what is the cost of each article? According to the condition, it is 2x plus 3. So that means 2 multiplied by 6 plus 3. That is 12 plus 3, that is equal to rupees 15.